They told me never to speak of it. But how can I forget what I saw, what I heard? It happened in my mother's village, a quiet place deep in the forest of Nigeria. The air was always thick with the scent of wet earth and burning wood. But that night, the air was different. Heavy. Watching. The cries came first. A baby wailing in the distance. At first, I thought it was just another child. But Mama Ejide froze. Her face turned to stone. "It is back," she whispered. I did not understand. "Who is back?" I asked. But she didn't answer. Instead, she reached for the bundle of cowrie shells hanging on the wall and began to chant in a language older than time. The cries got closer. And then I saw her. A little girl, no more than 5, standing barefoot at the doorstep. Her dress was torn, soaked in something dark. But it was her eyes, empty, hollow, like she had seen the other side. "Mama, let me in." I felt cold grip my spine. Mama Ejide did not move. Her hands tightened around the cowrie shells. "Abiku," she spat. "She is not a child. She is a spirit." My breath caught. I had heard of them, Abiku. Spirit children cursed to be born and die over and over, bringing grief to their families. The knocking turned into pounding. The girl's voice grew desperate. "Mama, please. I am cold. I am hungry." Mama Ejide's voice was steady. "You do not belong here. Go back to the world you came from." The child's lips curled into a smile. Not a child's smile. Something wrong. Twisted. "But Mama," she said, voice shifting, deep and hollow, "you gave birth to me." My blood turned to ice. I turned to Mama Ejide, but she was already moving. She grabbed a bowl filled with white chalk and smeared it across the doorway. "You will not take another life from this family," she said. The girl laughed. A sound that did not belong in this world. Then, she was gone. Just like that. The air grew still. The silence, unbearable. I barely slept that night. And by morning, I had to know the truth. I demanded Mama Ejide tell me everything. She sighed, eyes heavy with years of sorrow. "She was my daughter," she said. "Born 6 times, died 6 times. Every time, she came back. And every time, she brought death with her." My stomach turned. Then what happened? Mama Ejide's voice was barely a whisper. "I broke the cycle. I refused to mourn her. And without grief to feed on, she faded." A shiver ran through me. The past never truly dies. And in that village, where the spirits still whisper in the trees, I know the Abiku still waits. And sometimes, in the night, I still hear her cry.